one there. The zone swings back in their favor, as if the zone keeps swinging back and forth like this, as long as Toucan Gang's able to hold their ground here, they'll be able to take this first game. But Finn's really going to need to get onto that roof and keep that charger back, keep the zone clear.
I want to see a little bit more coordination coming in, especially on this retake coming in from Vendetta. They are going to get one pick here as that Inkarmer was, or I believe that was an Inkjet flying over the wall. Inkarmer's going to get popped. They're going to try to rush in the zone, but it's a 2-down situation for them, as we do see No is going to be able to pick up one and take care of the zone quite handily. Vendetta shut down in that retake yet again. They're going to have to go back to the drawing board here, and they're going to have to charge up their specials rather quickly. We're already down to 35 seconds remaining in this game. The NZ's going to try to push forward, but it's going to get taken down by the opposing Splash as Vendetta's trying to move forward, but look at how much orange ink they have to fight through in order to get back to the zone. It is pretty disastrous, but it looks like they're going to be able to do just that. Still on situation, the Hydra long-range presence is taken out yet again, and Vendetta has the zone for the time being, but it's not going to go down without a fight here in a moment. They have a couple ticks of the timer left to go. 10 seconds remain.
Yeah, as the timer ticks down here, looks like the Lone Machine over on... Oh my gosh! The Lone Machine over on Vendetta is able to push into the court, able to get 2 with the splashdown, 3 going down on the side of Toucan Gang, and a full wipe coming out as Toucan Gang goes full down. Vendetta is able to hold the zone and just a little bit of time here, and they'll be able to take the lead, and that will be the game. It's a really big push at the end of the game. It was not super focused on the camera, but the machine, I need to check on who exactly that was. Looks like it was N.
I believe it's
over on the Nylon. Okay. Nylon on the side of Vendetta was able to push into the court and get those super big picks. Just being able to get behind them. They were thinking about trying to get back to the zone as quickly as possible. They were not ready for that splashdown snipe. And Nylon able to punish them and take 2 out and take the game.
They really weren't. I mean, typically, I feel like in a lot of cases when we're watching Splat Zones, especially at the highest level of this game, it's typically a story of the retakes, right? Mm-hmm. For some reason, in a lot of cases, just when you're charging up the specials and when you're throwing all of them at the zone, your opponent is either forced to make a stand and very likely get splatted, or they're forced to back away. And so that's a lot of what we see. But actually, in that case, Vendetta, to be fair, also on the side of Toucan Gang, like, both of those teams actually were very strong in their defensive positions, very strong in shutting down those potential retakes that were coming in from their opponents. And you saw that very clutch come in at the end here for Vendetta as well. They're probably going to be looking to do the same here as we move on to Manta Maria.
Yeah, a lot of that... a lot of the Schellendorf pushes back in are kind of interesting because you got that court in the middle where you want to drop, but that's exactly where all of the enemies push. So you really need to be careful when you're pushing into that. It's just a massive death trap. Taking the roof tends to be a little bit safer, and that's kind of pretty similar to how Manta Maria works here. If you try and push back in over the mid area, you're going to be running into a lot of the enemy team just sitting there waiting for you. So you'll probably see teams on this map try and do something similar, filter in from the right side in order to take back zone. But don't have any ideas as to if any team might be favored based on the comps they were playing. What are your thoughts, K-Bot?
Yeah, I don't really know. I think, so one thing that we do know is that I feel like Manta Maria is going to be one of those maps where we're going to see a lot of more long pushes, right? Mm-hmm. Just because it takes so long to get back into the middle of the map because you have walls to climb over, you have a couple of different ways to push in, but not particularly extremely long ways. It looks like we are going to see a little bit of a mix-up in comp, most notably on the side of Toucan Gang. The Hydra is going to be swapped out for the remix. I think I tend to like that remix a little bit more on this map. The range is not as necessary as it might have been on Schellendorf, and it's going to be able to be just a little bit more mobile, not to mention the Booyah Bomb. Probably going to be able to cap one of these zones nearly instantaneously if used for that purpose. We are going to see an early bomb rush here from Inky to try to get a little bit more coverage of the zone, but not able to find it just there, and actually it's going to be Toucan Gang. No, sorry, that's Vendetta in the orange that is going to walk away right now with the early cap. But again, contesting is still going back and forth. Okay, Toucan Gang finally going to go 2 down here. Vendetta starting to go down, though, themselves. Have to be a little bit careful here. Splashdown. Nylon actually gets 2. Very well done there. And so that's finally going to be a little bit of breathing room here for Vendetta.
Yeah, you saw teams, but both teams just biding their time in the middle. They were kind of spacing each other out with some bomb rushes, some just long-range painting till the armors came out on both sides, and that's when the bloodbath really started. But Vendetta was able to come out on top here, and we're going to be seeing Nylon up in the top left. This is a very strong spot for Machine, but unfortunately they get caught alone by multiple members of Toucan Gang. No goes down to Wasabi the Charger, I believe. And this is likely going to swing the zone back in Vendetta's favor, as most of Toucan Gang's getting pushed over onto that left side. That Booyah Bomb's not going to last a minute. And, yeah, Vendetta Splat will clean up and gain back control of the zone. Unfortunately, they have one down here as they start, as Toucan Gang comes back into the top left, and it's likely they're going to have to pop their specials early in order to avoid a quick push back in.
We'll have to see exactly how the retake is trying to be played by Joel, but you're not going to be able to do just that if you run right into Tomo here on the K shot. Looks like Vendetta holding on for the time being. The zones are being contested. They still are kind of zoned out here. Toucan Gang is going to be forced to throw the Beyond Bomb there onto zone to try to neutralize this, but Tomo comes up with a double here. Don't overstep your bounds. And 3-down situation right now for Toucan Gang. At the moment, Vendetta looking very strong, could very well run away from this one. We're going to have to see Toucan Gang make a mad dash for the zones.
Yeah, at this point, this is like, you need to take the cut. You need to get to that zone immediately, or else you really have no chance. This zone is just way too big. The two zones are too far apart in order to, try and recap it alone. And again, Vendetta with a strong hold there, and they're going to take the set in game 2.
Taking set in game 2, and that was a lot faster of a game, of course, than maybe expected. I mean, especially last game, right? That was a very just back and forth both ways. Both the teams had strong points, but at this point, all that really mattered there for Vendetta, I think they won 3 team fights in a row, and that was the game. That's typically the story of Manta Maria Splat Zones, is, again, very difficult to get back into the zone, and even when you do, there are certainly those strong defensive positions that you can hold on to, like you saw Nylon and called out Fusion there. Nylon holding those angles with that Kensa machine.